A very good morning to you. It's time for GMU Tourism Express. My name is Julie F. Nantaba. Welcome back from that segment with Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono. Now, tourism is Uganda's cornerstone, and it is a cornerstone of Uganda's economy, generating up to about $2.5 billion annual foreign exchange earnings at that, and accounting for about 12.8% of the country's total economic output. Now, this makes it one of Uganda's top foreign exchange earners. And with the recently concluded Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo, let's look at marketing Uganda to the world. On that note, in the same spirit, allow me first to read a letter from the Uganda Tourism Board that was issued yesterday. Reading the Uganda Tourism Board wishes to reassure travelers, tourism partners, investors, and international community following recent reports regarding Ebola cases linked to the Democratic Republic of Congo. Uganda has registered a total of only 15 cases associated with cross-border movement from the DRC. And the affected individuals were promptly identified, isolated, and are receiving appropriate medical care under the supervision of the Ministry of Health, with the exception of one Congolese national registered over a fortnight ago. Uganda has recorded no other fatalities. The government of Uganda, through Ministry of Health and other relevant agencies, has activated measures to prevent further transmission and safeguard public health. These include temporary closure of the Uganda-DRC border, screening, contact tracing, and monitoring. Uganda is internationally recognized for its strong capacity and experience in managing public health emergencies. The country's health systems remain vigilant, well prepared, and fully engaged to monitor and respond to the situation. We would like to reiterate that all tourism establishments remain fully operational and safe for visitors. Travelers and tourism practitioners will continue to observe standard health and hygiene practices that include regular hand wash, use of hand sanitizers, and adherence to any health guidance issued by the Ministry of Health authorities. Signed by the Chief Executive Officer, the Uganda Tourism Board, that is Juliana Kagwa. Now, in studio with me is Francis Nyende, the marketing manager at the Uganda Tourism Board, to talk about marketing Uganda to the world. But be part of the conversation as a Ugandan. 0709-602-592. Francis, good morning.
Morning, Julie.
It's a pleasure having you this morning.
Pleasure being here.
And for matters of context and, of course, breaking the ice, what does marketing Uganda in context mean? And concept.
Thank you, Julie. And very excited to be on a program like this today.
That is sponsored by the Uganda Tourism Board.
I've been seeing the invoices,
yes.
But happy to be here. I think for us, as UTB, marketing Uganda is purely trying to tell our story. By far, we're one of those destinations that is hardly known, yet we know we have some of the greatest potential. So for us, marketing is to make sure we put brand Uganda out there, tell our stories, and make sure we have more interested parties come through to visit our destination.
Is the noise hard? Are they listening? Is the world listening?
Yeah, I think we're getting there.
Lovely.
We're getting there for many reasons, most of them good reasons. Yeah, but I think we're definitely getting into that place.
Right. Now, Martyrs' Day having been affected by Ebola-related news, how is the Uganda Tourism Board positioning the country and what specific message is being pushed out to potential international visitors?
I think, Julie, the simple, straight-up message is Uganda is open and Uganda is safe. And I think you've just read out a letter from UTB, which is just going to double down on the fact that we are not exactly the epicenter of Ebola. We are a country that has handled Ebola better than anyone, I think, on the continent or the world, and we still have what it takes to do that. Through our partners like the Ministry of Health, we have a lot of confidence that this is something that's being well handled. We have very limited cases, and then there are also cases that are well managed within, a central area. It's not across the country. Whereas, as a destination, we offer attractions across the country. So the rest of the country is certainly safer, and we implore all tourists not to cancel, but to consider coming, and seeing through their experiences.
Right.
Yeah.
And on such a day such as Martyrs' Day, beyond religious tourism or beyond the religion factors, what more does this day offer in line with tourism for Uganda to the rest of the world?
I think, and I'll give a disclaimer. We haven't exactly milked the Martyrs' opportunity as much as we wanted, but if you give good context to the Martyrs' opportunity, it's literally the biggest Christian pilgrimage in the sub-Saharan part of Africa. And there's nothing that comes close to it. In normal circumstances, if we don't have restrictions, you have over 3 million people coming over to partake in this religious proposition. So for us, it's a very strong attraction which offers alternatives to what people know us most about, and that is wildlife, gorilla trekking. So it just offers us a lot of alternatives and opportunities to, offer propositions to other tourists. So it's definitely a very important attraction, a very important day, both spiritually, but most important, historically. It gives us a lot of good value for tourism.
Very profound at that, and I love that you say that it goes beyond, just the religious aspect to it and the physical of Uganda. Now, when we say marketing Uganda to the world, we usually just only look at the physical, the things we have as Uganda, but what more do we have to offer? You've just talked about the Martyrs' Day, but what else is there that we can sell to the world?
I think there's just a lot, and we need to open our eyes beyond the physical, beyond wildlife and nature. We often talk about, our warmth as people. That's one of the, biggest things people come here and enjoy a lot. Our culture is so rich. The people want to dive in whenever they are here. We register some of the highest hospitality, most hospitable destination, probably globally, and it's proven, and many people have spoken about it. So we are home to a great vibe. When you speak about our nightlife, when you come into a city like Kampala, 5 million people buzzing and giving you a lot of energy. So there's just a lot for us to share. We talk about our food, some of the freshest we have, gifted by our positioning, across the equator. And I can go on and on. Beyond just that, we have amazing experiences that are being created by our own people. So when you look at, things like our marathons, like the Rwenzori Marathon becoming, a very powerful, proposition in the running calendar. All those are things that, drive a lot of attraction to a country like ours, beyond just, our natural propositions. Yeah.
And these things sometimes are just simple because we live through them. It's our daily life. But how do you think Ugandans can actually start translating this to noise to the outside world that, hey, Uganda, this is who we are and you can kind of come and experience?
Yeah, I think Ugandans, yes, we need to fall in love with our own. And we need to also build context to understand how uniquely blessed we are. I mean, if you took time to understand, a destination like ours, I can go on and on with the list of uniqueness of things that we have. If I'm to speak about just the basics, the Nile, the source of the Nile is right here. The Nile is the longest river in the world. It's a river that has birthed civilization. I mean, you can imagine the importance of the Nile to an Egyptian, but then it is the source is actually here in Uganda. Right. You can speak about the biodiversity that we have. We are the country that has the most number of primate species in the whole world. You find over 15 primate species in Uganda, 13 of which are literally found in one place in Chibale. And you can go on and on. If I talk about the variety of Africa in one place, you can literally have each of those interactions right here in Uganda. We boast of more than just the big five. I mean, you've heard of the big five. We talk about ourselves as we have the big seven, because we have what everyone else has, and then we have 2 extra, and that's the gorillas and chimpanzees. So ours is a destination that definitely is unique if you took time to understand and contextualize it versus what everyone else has.
Right.
So it's a very beautiful place, and I think we need to educate ourselves about it and also indulge ourselves in it, and then be able to tell the story.
True story. That is very true. That Uganda, you never see bits of it on your screen, but you need to experience it for yourself as a Ugandan. We're talking marketing Uganda to the world. And if you have anything to speak into this conversation, 0709-602592, text WhatsApp and be part of the conversation. Francis Nyende, marketing manager at the Uganda Tourism Board, is one who's speaking to us this morning about that. What are your views? What's your experience? And what are those things you believe you haven't tapped into that you should tap into as a Ugandan, beyond the physical that we always talk about all the time? I mean, the big seven. Did you even know about the big seven? Now, Francis, let's look at how UTB is ensuring to market and maintain the Pearl of Africa brand at that, you know, especially in this day and age that is so digital globally. How is the Uganda Tourism Board preserving the brand and even taking it higher?
Yeah, so I must say we have a very strong heritage. The fact that we were dubbed the Pearl of Africa by Churchill.
Yes.
I think in 1907. And that gives us a lot of credibility. But I know what has kept us alive is what you're talking about, the evolution of all our communication from maybe traditional into a more digital world. And we know a lot of consumption of information now has moved on from, you know, very traditional ways to more digital platforms. And we're on that journey. We're on that journey. We're just not putting out information on social media. We're actively listening. We're actively engaging. We're actively working with, you know, new ways with content creators, influencers, to make sure we get our message out there. And of course, if you go beyond our own markets, we have to also know what our customers are feeling and are saying. So we're doing a lot of social listening with, you know, information around, you know, our brand specifically and their country. But beyond just that, we're also very data-driven. So a lot of our decisions are backed by, you know, understanding the dynamics of sentiments that go on across, you know, the different platforms. So we're definitely poised to transition 100% into that, you know, digital first world. It's a journey that we've started. It's a very strategic pillar in our plans, and we definitely will see through, you know, this brand being, you know, in tune with the times as much as possible. Right,
AFCON is coming up. That means sports tourism it is for us. Really, what opportunities are there, and how can Uganda leverage on the international opportunity with this big opportunity?
I think, Julie, to just even bring it to your good attention, I think the country has seen the opportunities already, and that's why I think we went on to pitch and win this proposition with our peers, Tanzania and Kenya. So the opportunity is definitely huge. I think the question is, are we ready?
To experience
is everyone in the value chain ready to, beyond just experience, also tap into the opportunity that comes with it? Because if you put AFCON in context, just numbers from the last AFCON, about 6.5 billion eyes were on AFCON. That is 2/3 of the world. So you can imagine the sheer opportunity it brings for a country like ours, having, you know, 2/3 of the world looking at Uganda. It gives us opportunity to actually showcase our beautiful backdrops. And that is stuff money can't buy. I don't think I can never have a budget to reach 6.5 billion people. So that's a huge opportunity that comes with an event like AFCON. But if I'm to speak about the opportunity for our real partners, the private sector, the people in the value chain, the economy itself, AFCON does bring a lot of opportunity.
Right.
And it's something that we probably won't see again in our lifetime. So you can imagine, you know, we need to take it with both hands. But you're looking at opportunities whereby our tour operators should be able to sell our destination, both for pre and post football, you know, tours. I mean, if people are here for football, they could be able to go and check out our attractions, and then even right after their games are done, they should be able to do the same. Because the class of people that is coming is people who have, you know, are already high spenders. They are carrying their disposable income, and they are curious. They are here for the game. They are here for the fun. So we should make the most of the opportunity to make sure we extend their stays here and make sure they spend on our attractions. But beyond just our operators, all artisans out there, I think, have a very huge opportunity. This football is going to be taking place in Kampala, Hoima, and probably Lira. All places that you know, have opportunity for investment right now in the short term in terms of accommodation. But beyond that, there's also opportunity for Airbnb and homestays, so people should be ready to take advantage of that. There will be lots of people flocking these places to find accommodation. And then the local artisans, you have a lot to sell. You have souvenirs. People are here to pick history. People are here to go with a piece of their experience back home. So the chain goes on and on, but what I can say, the opportunity is enormous. I think we just have to be ready to tap into it. Our job as UTB, I think, is to make sure we have the right standards. We're training people on hospitality, how to handle our guests, and making sure you're selling yourself the best way possible.
Right.
But I think the AFCON opportunity definitely is going to be game-changing. Speaking
of which, as we even begin to wrap this conversation, but just to stay a bit with sports tourism, I mean, Arsenal had its, after 22 years, had its Premier League title. And Uganda has won the record of a country that has celebrated the most. Yeah. I mean, even Arteta recognized Uganda. How is the Uganda Tourism Board tapping into that opportunity? Are we seeing the jerseys with Visit the Pearl?
Julie, I like your provocation and huge ambition. I'm a Man U guy, first of all, so, but I have all love for my Arsenal people, and congrats to them.
Congrats to me.
I think, you know, football is universal. For us, whether we were on that jersey or not, I think we did, you know, show up and show the world. And that's the beauty about Uganda, the people. I told you about the vibe is different. And, you know, that's something that I think should go on and on for forever. Yes, we had some interaction with, you know, Arsenal legends when they were here. We had a very small role we played in there. So I want to believe we are on that journey. Maybe we brought the blessings for Arsenal to take it on.
Right.
But what we saw is stuff that comes out of pure opportunity as a country that we have. So the vibe is something that, you know, showcased Uganda. And, you know, the conversations that started when I think the Arsenal TV people were here, they shared those sentiments back home, and we worked alongside the team that got them here. But the message had started. People were just surprised to see that, one, people even go to church to pray for Arsenal. People do all these things to make sure, you know, they're praying for Arteta.
Yes.
So it was a story that probably was built up ahead of the real lifting of the trophy. But I think the vibe of the people, and I can't say, you know, I can't say UTB did that. I think that's one of the beautiful opportunities we have as a destination. Our people, our vibe, their energy, which definitely took us to that level. But like you say, we have been, you know, discussing and considering, you know, options of, you know, such partnerships in the future. I won't give any commitments at the moment,
Right.
but a lot of that is stuff in the works, and probably maybe soon we'll be having similar conversations.
Definitely. I definitely look forward to that opportunity, not just going by. That as Uganda, we also tap into it economically. That our vibes and energy and love translates into economic growth. Now, as we close this conversation, if you had an opportunity to just 1 minute of it, a 1 minute opportunity to convince someone who has never visited Uganda to come to Uganda, what would you tell them?
Wow. So Julie, I'm going to imagine you've never been to Africa, right?
Okay.
And just forget about everything you know about an African destination.
Right.
So imagine yourself waking up in a tropical, an ancient rainforest. At dawn, very quiet, you can literally hear your heartbeat. And just through the mist, you can see a gorilla, probably the size of, a wardrobe. And it's seated right there, enjoying its breakfast, stares you in the eye, and goes back to eat its, morning meal, literally unbothered like you exist. So those are experiences which I think would be life-changing, and that's what Uganda has to offer. But beyond that, that same day you could probably be somewhere else on the Nile, rafting if you're in for adventure, enjoying the adventure that comes with being at the source of the longest river in the world. Experience you probably not find anywhere else. Grade 5 whitewater rafting experience. And while at that, you can still be somewhere in Kampala on the streets, enjoying a Rolex with the vibe of over 5 million people, giving you all the energy and buzz that you probably won't find anywhere else. What am I trying to say about Uganda? It's very, very unique in its sense, one of the most biodiverse destinations you'll find, home to the largest number of primate species. We're talking about over 15 species, over 10 national parks, half of the remaining, half of the remaining mountain gorillas in Uganda, and all that is experience you'll enjoy without a crowd. What people don't tell you is you won't be enjoying it with a crowd. This is stuff that will be intimately yours and uniquely yours. So the thing that you might not have done yet is maybe make that decision to come and visit Uganda. So don't delay it for another year. Make sure you book right now and come see the Pearl of Africa.
Thank you very much, Francis Nyende. And in Uganda, we don't wear the Rolex, we eat it. 100%. Right? Marketing manager of the Uganda Tourism Board has been speaking with us this morning. Thank you so much for coming through.
Sure.
It's been an honor, and I hope you are indeed enticed to go visit your own country. And if you're watching us from anywhere outside of Uganda, come through, come visit Uganda. It's the best decision you'd ever make for your year and one of the best decisions of your life. Good morning.
Thank you, Julie.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.